The sun was dipping below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the quiet neighborhood, when sirens shattered the peace. Karen, the HOA president with a clipboard perpetually glued to her hand, stood triumphant outside Grandpa Joe's barn, her phone still warm from dialing 911. She'd called the cops, claiming the old man's barn violated zoning laws, a blight on her perfect cul-de-sac. Neighbors gathered, whispering as Joe, frail but defiant, leaned on his cane, his weathered face etched with disbelief. Karen's voice pierced the air, accusing him of running an illegal business, her smugness palpable. No one expected this petty complaint to spiral into chaos. Joe's barn wasn't just a structure. It was a sanctuary. For decades he built toys there for underprivileged kids, delivering them anonymously each Christmas. The neighborhood knew, but Karen, new to the block, saw only an eyesore. Her complaint wasn't about zoning, it was personal. Joe had once politely declined her demand to repaint his barn to approved beige, and her ego hadn't recovered. As officers questioned Joe, Karen's accusations grew wilder, claiming he was hiding something sinister. But the cops, sensing her overreach, shifted their focus. They asked to inspect her property instead, citing a tip about unregistered vehicles. Karen's face paled, but she scoffed, insisting they'd find nothing. The twist came unexpectedly. Among the crowd was Mia, a shy teenager who rarely spoke. She stepped forward, trembling, holding a USB drive. Mia, it turned out, was Karen's stepdaughter, living under her roof but silenced by fear. She'd overheard Karen's husband, Greg, bragging about dodging taxes through a shell company tied to their garage. Mia had secretly recorded it, tired of Karen's bullying and Greg's arrogance. Handing the drive to the officers, she whispered, "Check their financials." The crowd gasped. Karen's composure cracked. The police, now suspicious, called for backup, and what began as a barn dispute turned into a full-blown investigation. Tensions exploded as Greg arrived, furious, demanding Mia retract her lies. Karen screamed at Joe, blaming him for orchestrating a conspiracy, but her voice shook with panic. The police, unmoved, began searching their property. In the garage, they uncovered documents linking Greg to a multi-state fraud scheme, hidden behind stacks of Karen's HOA files. The crowd watched, stunned, as Greg was cuffed, his bravado crumbling. Karen's accusations against Joe now seemed laughable, her authority evaporating. Neighbors, once intimidated by her, murmured in disgust. Joe, still standing by his barn, said nothing, but his eyes held a quiet strength. Mia, now the center of attention, stood taller, her courage igniting whispers of admiration. Karen's downfall was swift and brutal. The HOA board, humiliated by the scandal, stripped her of her title. Neighbors shunned her, their resentment over years of her petty fines and threats boiling over. Greg's arrest made headlines, and Karen, unable to face the shame, put their house up for sale. But the damage was deeper. She lost Mia, who moved in with her aunt, finally free. Joe's barn, cleared of all charges, became a symbol of resilience. The neighborhood rallied, helping him expand his toy workshop. At Christmas, kids across town unwrapped gifts stamped with the simple J, and Joe's quiet kindness outshone Karen's loud malice. Mia, now volunteering at the barn, found her voice, her bond with Joe a testament to second chances. As the barn stood proud under winter's first snow, the neighborhood felt lighter, united by a shared victory over pettiness. Joe's story spread, inspiring others to stand up to bullies like Karen. His barn wasn't just wood and nails, it was proof that truth, though slow, always finds its way. The ordeal left a lingering question. How often do we let loud voices like Karen's drown out quiet heroes like Joe? Share your thoughts. What's right or wrong in this tale of justice?